Raider fans, with the first pick in the 2007 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select quarterback Jamarcus Russell, LSU.
Five and a half, 260 pounds. You saw him throwing his knees over 60 yards.
3 years from now, you could be looking at a guy who's certainly one of the elite top 5 quarterbacks in this league. And I think when you look at the difference between Brady Quinn and Jamarcus Russell, everybody says it's the superior physical ability. Brady Quinn's a big guy. Nobody has an arm like Jamarcus Russell, and the mobility is a little underrated. I think that slow, deliberate motion is a concern. Having great receivers running wide open, the NFL, that's not going to be the case. Obviously, he'll need a little time, but you're talking about a 2 to 3 year period once he's under center. Look out, because skill level that he has is certainly John Elway like.
Jamarcus audibilizing at the line. Darius Hayward Bay, one-on-one coverage is left. Is he going left? Jamarcus trips and does. He's going to back pedal. Do they have the right length of cleats tonight, guys? Why are they slipping so much here?
I don't know. I mean, the field looks like it's in excellent condition. I didn't go down before the game and walk around, but it should not be an issue.
Is McFadden behind center, the play action. A lot of time. Oh, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Quentin Jammer down near the goal line. Second down. Russell. Oh, looked like it was tipped.
His issue is accuracy. He only completed 53% of his passes. He's got the gun arm. He can throw it 80 yards, but it's accuracy that's killing him right now. He's not throwing it to the wrong team. He's just throwing it nowhere.
The thing about Ryan Leaf is he brings a swagger to the game. There's an upside to Ryan Leaf that nobody's quite sure of because he hasn't played as much football as Ryan Leaf. He's got tremendous feet for a big man. He can back out, look left, turn and throw right, as well as any smaller quarterback I've watched film. And looking at a lot of it, I can tell you, he gets rid of the ball quickly. He moves very well for a big man, throws extremely well on the run. The only question you have is how long is it going to take for him to be able to be comfortable at this level? If you're going to compare him to one football player that's come out in recent years, he definitely would have to be compared to a Drew Bledsoe because he's that type of an athlete.
With the second choice in the draft, the San Diego Chargers select quarterback, Washington State University, Ryan Leaf.
Is the ceiling higher in your mind for Ryan Leaf, Mel, than it is for Peyton Manning? As Alex Spanos, the owner of the Chargers, he brought 2 jerseys too. He could file that Manning jersey and sell that at a charity auction. There he is, Ryan Leaf, 16. Is the ceiling higher on him, perhaps?
Well, I really believe, Chris, when you look back at this trade, San Diego moving up from 3 to 2, 5 years from now, it may not look like Bobby Beathard gave up enough. This kid has tremendous potential, great physical ability, throws the ball all over the field.
Diego, a favorite of Ryan Leaf's. On first down, fumble snap. Ball on the carpet, and it's picked up by San Diego. So already, signed the big contract, $11 million signing bonus. They gave up a lot for him. Faced with second down and 13 as he lost 3 yards on the last play. Setting up the screen, and nobody home. From the 37, Leaf so far 4 of 5, 45 yards. Ricks lined up on the near side. Leaf steps up, got it away, and it's picked off. Picked off. Jones down the sidelines, and shotgun. Under pressure again, and it's picked off. This time, Manny Martin stepped up, made the interception.
Thought, well, that's good. It'll give the guy confidence. And the Kansas City game came, and it was a disaster.
Leaf to throw, hit, pass, batted down, they're going to rule it a fumble. Leaf steps up, throws over the middle, pass intercepted again.
I always remember he was 1 of 15 for 4 yards with 5 turnovers.
I even went off the field with Ryan. I said, Ryan, just go in the dressing room. Just tell your teammates, say, hey, you guys, that one's on me. Let's get back to work. I thought that'd be the easiest thing to do.
He had a little incident in the locker room where he yelled at a cameraman who happened to be a club employee who was just trying to do his job. I wrote a very small note about it the next day that I just felt that Leaf was out of line.
Jay came in to interview him, and he went off.
Don't talk to me, all right? Knock it off!
Later that day, after he yelled at me, he read an apology on camera.
I misdirected my anger after the Kansas City game. I was extremely disappointed in my performance, and I let it show.
He read the piece of paper, and then he crumpled it up and threw it back into his locker.
So sorry if that sounded kind of rehearsed.
I'm picking up Sports Illustrated, and I'm seeing this guy from Michigan State, and I'm convinced that, yeah, that's everything I think a dominant offensive lineman should be. And he looked bigger and stronger than any offensive lineman I had seen just on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated, I think, helped make Tony Mandarich with that infamous cover, you know, best offensive line prospect ever.
The best offensive lineman ever.
The greatest offensive line prospect ever.
The can't-miss prospect. No way he can miss.
Suspicions of steroid use spread further when Mandarich showed up in Green Bay 15 pounds lighter than his college playing weight. A deflated physique and bad footwork made this former superhero a mere mortal.
In all the hype and all the euphoria, forgot to check whether he could play football.
I mean, I remember a game that he played against Reggie White when Reggie got his arm hooked under Tony's arm and just threw him aside. The Eagles players were like laughing as they came off the field, and I'm sure Tony Mandarich wasn't used to people laughing at him.
This move, because this could be once every now and then you get a guy like this.
With the third pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Trent Richardson, running back, Alabama.
So why not go and get a running back who many feel is an Adrian Peterson, LaDainian Tomlinson potential type, a unique running back at top. Those are big names. Do you think he's that good, Coach?
I really do. He's like a Marshawn Lynch with speed and elusiveness.
The point down 20-13, ensuing Indianapolis drive on a 1st and 10. It's Richardson.
Fletcher Cox just punches that ball out right there, and the Eagles get the ball right back in good field position. You can see like the energy, the excitement right here. It's just inexcusable by Trent Richardson to get that ball punched out, going right inside like that.
Down 13, next Colts possession. Trent Richardson, who just hasn't gotten it right with the Colts yet, he ends up fumbling in that dog pile. Denver recovers. Take another look.
It's a good strip, man. Yeah, but you can't put it on the ground here. Go down. There's no yards out there to be gained at that point.
And with the fifth pick in the 2009 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Mark Sanchez, quarterback, USC.
Now let me put my New York hat on for a moment and interpret this reaction. There's a lot of Patriot fans here and a lot of Giant fans here who don't like seeing Jet fans happy.
Well, years ago we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose and it's alive.
I have never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people.
Washington Redskins.
Well, hail to the Redskins. The pick is up at the commissioner's podium. Let's see what Norv and Charlie and company have in mind.
With the third pick of the first round, the Washington Redskins select Heath Schuler, quarterback, Tennessee.
A very weak exhibition of football today against their fiercest rivals. In the first half, 2nd down and 9. Schuler getting the rush, and he flips it, and nearly a touchdown would have. Russell, Maryland, nearly had a gift. Schuler's pass off the fingertips of Desmond Howard. His ball's down, but when you're losing 34-0, you know you go for it on fourth. This year. 4th and 5. Schuler's pass is intercepted by Brock Marion. There's a flag down. Just get the play off in time. Schuler's pass is intercepted by Washington, and he laterals to Clayton Holmes, and Holmes is dropped, and another turnover, the 4th of the game. Last week, the Redskins turned it over 4 times in the second half against the Falcons.